In this video, I'm going to show you where to find all 13 of Halo 3's campaign skulls and show you how to collect them, including the I would have been your daddy skull. Let's get started. Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and Halo 3 has officially launched on PC. And even though this game is 13 years old, there are a lot of players out there who are playing it for the first time. So I thought, why not make a guide of where you can find all 13 of Halo 3's campaign skulls? And if you also want to find out where you can find all of the terminals and mythic map pack skulls, I will have a card in the top right corner as soon as those videos release. But before we get into all of that, if you are a new player to Halo 3 and you find this video helpful or informative, please let me know down in the comments section down below, and feel free to drop a like on the video. But without further ado, let's get into these locations. Okay, so our first skull takes place on the mission Sierra 117, and it takes place at this location when you first encounter your first Covenant Phantom. So take care of all of the Covenant and then head down here and over to the right. You'll see a bunch of little shrubs here, some nice dead grunts, and then you hop on over this little rock and there's your first skull. The blind skull, the most annoying skull in all of Halo's history. So take this skull and throw it off the edge and watch it sail down the river, because you're never going to want to see that skull again. That skull is a piece of trash. It is the most annoying thing in all of the lasso runs. So say goodbye to it and let's move on to our next one. Okay, so once you get to this point where you're supposed to be saving Johnson, you're going to want to go ahead and take a right turn here and head on up to the top of this building. And we're going to go ahead and jump all the way up here and walk to the very end where we will find our iron skull. All right, and once you get to the very end here, you look around the corner, and in this little crevice, you will find the iron skull. Pick that bad boy up and you will receive another achievement, and then go ahead and throw it all the way into the river, because this skull is also another annoying one. That's the one that basically is required for the annual achievement. So watch that bad boy spin in the water, watch that bad boy spin down the river, and say goodbye to it, because we're moving on to our next one, which is Black Eye on Crow's Nest. All right, so as soon as you start this mission, what you want to do is head on over here. This is the Crow's Nest, by the way, and you want to just go ahead and jump on top of this weapons rack right here. Go ahead and jump up on top of this beam. You might need a crouch jump, and then crouch jump on top of this vent right here. At the very end, you will find your next skull and one of the funnest, Black Eye. This is the one where you have to melee your way back to better health, and just go ahead, give it to a Marine. This guy right here, he looks like he needs a friend. Oh, well, I can't drop it for you because I just can't. I'm sorry, but you're not getting a friend today. But let's go ahead and move on to one of everyone's favorite skulls, Grunt Birthday Party. Okay, so once you take out the Brute Chieftain and all of his followers, you want to go over here, and before you even think about going after that skull, you want to make sure you grab a portable grav lift. Grab one of those, and then let's move on and head through the pipe. Alrighty, so once you take out all the drones, you're in this ventilation system. What you're gonna want to do is go to the very edge, and you're gonna see a small little arrow right here. What you're gonna want to do is go ahead, head over to the right, and then drop back in, and there is the Grunt Birthday Party skull, one of everyone's favorite skulls of all time. Now let's say you missed this jump, you missed going back in. Well, what that means is that you're gonna have to use this grav lift. I told you to grab it. Hopefully you did, because if so, you'll be able to go ahead, bounce your way back up there perfectly fine, and grab the skull. Either way, you've got backup. Let's move on to the next one, onto Savo Highway. Alrighty, so as soon as you get to the other side of the Brute barricade, and there's a Covenant ship going right overhead, you're gonna want to hop out of your Warthog when you see this yellow ladder. Now you've got two options. Can you guys keep talking? Yeah, oh, you guys are gonna keep talking? Okay, I'll just wait. Okay, so once you get to here, you have two options: either go down this way, or let's go ahead and go over to the ladder, which you can actually climb. Yeah, they talk about how much they hated ladders in Halo. Well, here's one, and it leads to a pretty cool secret, because you want to head on over here And I guess there's a regenerator there. I never noticed that. The more you know. You drop down here, want to stick the landing, come to the very end of this little pillar, and then you want to find yourself another skull. Go ahead, walk on over, pick that bad boy up, and it's all yours. And then just jump into the pit. And I'll see you guys in our next mission, the storm, where we're gonna get a little bit of a trickier skull. Okay, so once we get to this part of the mission, you will see a open area with a bunch of grunts and ghosts and an anti-air wraith. Now here is the hard part about this skull. You cannot take out that wraith. Now I've heard a bunch of different opinions on this, that you can take out the gunner, but I've also heard that you can't. And these little bastards are gonna make it really hard for you, but it looks like the Marines are doing their job and working on them. So what we're gonna have to do is jump down to that basically troop warthog and roll our way over there without drawing their attention, which I'm doing a terrible job of doing right now. But let's go ahead, head down here. I'm actually gonna grab this BR. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a love tap and say, get the hell out of here, you little shits. What, you want some? Huh? Oh, you're gonna attack your own buddy? Oh, okay, well, this is the main thing you want to take out, is these grunts before you go ahead, because they are going to give you a world of trouble if you're trying to get there without causing any attention to yourself. So what we do is we head across here, going through this exact path. This is the easiest way. And now that other wraith is here, so that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. We jump up here, and then what you're going to want to do is crouch jump and grab that skull as soon as possible. Once you do, another achievement will pop up and you have your next skull. And our next one is going to take place on Floodgate, and this one's another tricky one, so get that BR ready. Okay, so our next skull is here at the beginning of Floodgate, but is a bit of a tricky one, just like the last, and it requires a lot of timing. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of timing, because what you're gonna have to do is, as the flood are jumping across these rooftops, you need to shoot one of these down perfectly and get the skull to land in front of you. And they're gonna spawn right there. There he is. Shit, he's got it. And there he goes. Fuck. All right, let's try this once again. He spawns right there. This is a lot of timing too. There he goes. No! Fucking skull. Like I said, this skull is a pain in the ass. Come on. Where are you best? There we go. Come on. Come to Papa. And there is your next skull. Very easy. Very simple. Not a total pain in the ass, and I didn't do this like 5-6 times where the game totally fucked me. There's your next skull. Let's move on to the arc. Okay, so once you get to this point in the mission and you've taken out all the enemies over by the wall entrance, you're gonna make your way towards Miranda's frigate, and you're gonna see this wall right here. What you need to do is get up onto that platform. So what we're gonna do is take our brute chopper here, and we are going to get this bad boy up there, but it's kind of difficult. You need to line yourself up right here and get a lot of speed, and maybe even use your boost, and it could take a few tries. I didn't get the best speed there, so let's get a better little boost going. Come around here, get that angle. This grunt wasn't right in the way, and boost our asses up there. This is the easiest way to do it. Another way is to do a grenade jump, which I'm not the best at, to be brutally honest. I'm not the best at grenade jumps. This is the easy way to do it. So line that up just like so, jump on top of the brute chopper, and then crouch your way up here where you will find the next skull. But we still have one more to go later on in this mission, so let's get right to it. Okay, so as soon as you take out the scarab, you don't want to immediately go up the spire. Actually, what you want to do is turn around and go to this structure right here and head on over here where you can find yourself a portable grav lift. This is going to be extremely useful whenever it comes to grabbing the next skull, so make sure not to accidentally use it and start making your way up the spire. Okay, so once you get to this room and slaughter all these grunts with fusion coils, what you're going to want to do is make your way through this door, and right up there is where your next skull is going to be. Go ahead and throw down that portable grav lift, bounce your way up there, crouch if you need to, and as you can see, I botched it. Let's see if we can do it. Take two. Here we go. Jump on up, crouch, fuck it up again. Let's try it again. Take three. Go ahead, jump, crouch, and get your ass in there, you thick boy, and grab that skull because you finally got it. Walk down in here like you're a gangster, beat this jackal in the fucking head, or just break his shield, it doesn't matter. Beat this jackal in the head, beat this brute up like that, beat this brute up, and say, fuck y'all, I'm making my way to the cartographer, head through here, and we'll see you guys in the next mission. You guys get the idea by now. Our next skull is located on the Covenant, and it is actually in Tower 2. Not Tower 1, not Tower 3, but Tower 2, the one that the Arbiter is currently at. Take your Hornet, and what we're gonna do is actually fly over there. You're gonna ignore everything, and I mean everything. Ignore the Banshees, ignore the Phantoms, ignore the brutes with the anti-air wraith, and we're gonna fly our asses over here where the Arbiter just left. And right up here is where our next skull is, but there's also something else which you can catch in another video for the terminals, as there is a terminal here. If you want to see that, the link will be in the top right corner. You can go check that out as this Banshee tries to kill me. Thank you very much for that, sir. You are a wonderful person. But what we're gonna do is grab this skull, and then we're gonna just go for a little swim. Let's go for a little swim, or not. Let's go on to one of the hardest skulls to get in the MCC, and one of the hardest skulls in Halo 3, the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull. Okay, so once you take out the Prophet of Truth and you make your way back to the elevator, what you're gonna want to do is look at these rings. These are how you're gonna get the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull. Yes, the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull. Look up the origins, it is hilarious, but you need to jump through these rings in a particular order. That order is 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, and I'm going to do that right now, and then you will see the skull and you will see what happens. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and as soon as you get the right combo, the lights will begin to, well, the rings will begin to light up, and you will make your way back to the area where the Prophet of Truth lies, as he is now dead. So you make your way back here, and right at the entrance of the Prophet of Truth, you will find the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull. One of the hardest skulls to get in the game, because honestly, a lot of people don't know the combo by heart. I don't even know it by heart. But you see that, Truth? You see that? You see that, buddy? We got it. We got your skull, and I'm gonna shove it up your candy ass, you ugly motherfucker. Okay, so once you make your way to this room, you are going to see a large arch above you. What you need to do on Cortana, which is, by the way, my least favorite mission in the entire game, is jump on this little thing here. And what you need to do is crouch jump your way up here, then make your way up there, which is kind of a pain. Hey, what the hell? I killed you. Get the hell out of my way. You want to make your way up here, crouch jump there. Then what we need to do is get up here, and then up here. And voila, our next skull, which means we only have one more skull to go. One more skull to go, and it is by far the easiest to get. So let's go where this journey began, Halo. Okay, so as we start up the final mission of the game, you will see that this is a very easy skull to find. And honestly, in my opinion, it is the probably easiest to find, as it's right at the beginning, and all you have to do is follow this path. You go over this little rock here, or whatever you need to do, go around this corner, and there it is, the final skull. Pick that bad boy up, and you probably have a number of achievements by now, including the achievement for collecting all skulls in the game. Congratulations, you have done it. And that's it. That's the final skull. You now have all 13 skulls. And if you happen to find this video helpful or interesting, let me know by leaving a like on the video. Also, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys think. And if you want to see more of these videos, including a terminal video and a video on the mythic map pack skulls, let me know down in the comments. I want to hear your guys' feedback. This is kind of a new format for me, and I want to try and basically give some knowledge about the game that I know best. So let me know down in the comments section down below. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and as always, GamerJlee signing out.